Hello everyone and welcome to channel Duello. Today I'm going to be doing something different. Uh, this time I'll be talking about a tournament that we organized last weekend. It was a collaboration effort between Team Duello and Witcher Training School, both Turkish Discord channels about Witcher and Gwent. And in this tournament, I wasn't involved in the organization, and this time I wanted to participate as a player. And recorded some games while I was playing, but I just recorded the gameplay. I wasn't able to speak on it. So I selected some of the playbacks from those plays, and I'm gonna do some commentary on them, and hopefully you'll get some ideas about how to play the deck, how to make decisions, and also I'm gonna be obviously commenting on the opponent's plays as well. So hopefully you'll like it. And I selected a specific deck for this video, and I'm gonna do a similar video on Turkish channel. If you're interested in that, you can watch that one. It's gonna be uploaded tomorrow or the following day. Maybe I'll upload another one if you liked it. The reasons I'm doing this is there are not many new decks right now in the meta. It's similar to the meta next month, the previous month. Still, I'll be uploading deck guides anyway this month, so please keep on following me. So I'm going to be uploading content about every other day, so that will continue. Anyway, let's get to the tournament. And the deck that I chose for this video is the Syndicate's Lime Pocket deck. I participated in the tournament with 3 decks actually. A Tactical Decision Hyper Thin deck. And let me talk about that as well. Well, this is a control type of Hyper Thin deck. The deck Bajabol was playing a couple of weeks ago. There are some small changes. The deck was mostly banned for some reason, so I don't play a lot. And not this one, but this is the Syndicate's Line Pockets deck that I played. For some reason, it wasn't banned all the time. And the other deck was Precision Strike. Well, there are different versions of it. This is the version that I used, but I'm not going to be showing videos about this deck today. You can watch it on my Turkish channel. So that's going to be my next video. In this channel, I'm going to be talking about this Line Pockets deck and how I played it against some specific, let's say, decks. In this Line Pockets deck, well, we have the usual, Cleaver, Line Pockets, Ground Splitter combo, and so on. But there are some, new cards in it. Specifically, Sausage Maker is a pretty good addition to this deck because he is a Ground Splitter, and recently this card got buffed, so it profits by 3, and you can spend that 3 coins and get Resilience. And that Resilience could be really helpful. It could carry over to the next round, and you can play your Justice or your Cleaver and so on next to it. So an additional Ground Splitter. And even if you don't give Resilience to it, it's 9 for 8, I guess, because you're getting some profits. And other than that, it's an Intimidate engine, so you're definitely getting a lot of value. But in order to put this guy, I removed Graydon, because Graydon could be bricked sometimes, and it's not really good against some decks. But I mean, I just wanted to play a different list, that's the reason. So Graydon is probably still stronger. But since I added Sausage Maker, I mean, I removed some of the bounty cards. And particularly, I removed Professor, although it is a great card. And instead, I added 2 gold cards. Grand Inquisitor Helvete is a pretty good choice. It's 2 provisions less. It doesn't generate a lot of value. I mean, 10 for 10, if you look at it. But I mean, you're dividing the 10 points into 3 bodies. And sometimes you have additional coins in the bank and you don't have a spender. And that's where Helvete comes into play, and you can generate even more coins and tokens with that. And there aren't a lot of white punish in this meta, so Helvete could really come helpful, and I definitely recommend them using a ladder because the lists are not I mean, no one can see your list, so this is a surprise edition. And other than that, this deck struggles in the first round, and there are some cards that you don't want to play on the first round, and Grand Inquisitor Helvete is not one of them. I mean, you can put a lot of points with him. Unfortunately, I mean, I wasn't able to use him in the videos that I recorded, but there was a game that he really saved me. You know, all of a sudden I put a lot of points and gained round control and so on. Another interesting addition is Damnation. This card got buffed as well, like madly. I mean, it's the condition was, you know, damage 3 adjacent enemy units, but this time you can choose the units that you want to damage, which is huge. And if you get Death Blow on maybe one of them, you can spawn a Firespawn Zealot. So 7 for 6, plus it's a crime, you get an additional coin, so 7 for 7. So if you get a death blow, it's going to be 7 for 9. If you get 2 death blows, it's going to be 7 for 11. And if you can kill 3 units, it's going to be 7 for 13, which is insane, but it never happened. But I was able to get like 2 death blows in a game, I guess. So this is really a good card, and there are some, you know, decks that needs to be answered with Damnation. I think this is a solid addition to this deck type, but since it's 7 provisions, you may struggle to find a card to get rid of. That's why I made this decision, you know, adding Helvete and Damnation for Professor and a 5p bronze card. And you don't need the other Blacksmith, because, you know, I'm adding the Sausage Maker. So those are the decisions I made while creating this list. I'm doing really good with it on the ladder, and although I haven't completed my 25 games, but it's doing pretty good. I also have Bloody Good Fun, double Clip in the Portar, double Smuggle, double Fist Tech, and I can play double Sea Jackal, and I mean, there are enough spenders. The balance is really good, so I definitely recommend it if you want to go and try it out. And this is the deck that I'm going to be playing for 2 games. The first game I'm going to be playing against Fencer. He recently joined our you know, channel, and we did a co-op session with him. It was really fun. He is kind of a Monsters pro, especially with Fruits of Iskith. So that's the deck I'm going to be playing against, actually. So the Syndicate versus Fruits of Iskith deck. So let's take a look at his deck. Well, Fruits of Iskith got really nerfed hard, but Fencer really wanted to test it out and see how it does. Well, Caranthir got nerfed, so you can't Caranthir Bloody Mistress and Mamuna. That's why Idren really lost his value a lot. But still, it's a pretty good deck, but I don't think it's tier 1 or anything like that. In this matchup, I was playing on red coin, because that's how, you know, the matchups kind of went that way. And I made some decisions, and I thought, like, I mean, my precision strike list will always beat Fruits of Iskith, and if I play Lined Pockets on red coin, I can beat Fruits. And that was the reasoning, and it turned out correct. So this list couldn't get out of the tournament, and you're gonna see one of the games, and the next game will be against another opponent with Lined Pockets. So I'm gonna be talking about them as well. So hopefully you like the videos, and let's move on. Now let's move to the game and make play-by-play commentary. I'm on red coin here with Syndicate. That's how I kinda designed, because, you know, otherwise Syndicate on blue coin against monsters would be really difficult for me. Anyway, let's take a look at my mulligan choices here. As you see, I have Flying Retainer. That's an obvious mulligan choice. Other than that, I need to send something else to improve my hand. As you see, I have the Justice, Novigradian Justice, and I have the Bloody Good Friends. So that, you know, if I play these first and then I can play the Justice if necessary. So I need to send one more bronze card, I guess. So let's take a look at what I'm sending here. I think I'll send Jackal here. Because, you know, just in case I need a spender, I can use Bloody Good Friends to bleed or, you know, damage boosted units. So the fruits deck typically starts with Griffin and 9-point play, and Syndicate usually starts with Smuggle, and that is the logical choice here. No need to, you know, just play Bloody Good Friends or dip in the Pontar. There are no valuable targets here. Here comes Brewis. That's nice, because Self-Eaters would be bad here for me. And Brewis consumes the tokens so that the opponent could get more value. I mean, this is really a good choice, unless you have the consume units in your deck, and this list doesn't have them, the thinning consume units. So, I mean, I sometimes use Brew's ability a bit later, after the fruit gets bigger, and then I need something to, you know, thrive it. But, I mean, you can do it when it's 1 or 2, so that's no big deal, I guess. Right now, I just play Dip in the Pontar to get more points, and as you see, 3 damage, 3 coins, and an additional, thanks to the leader ability, I reach 8. Sometimes I use a leader charge to reach 9 coins, but in this case, maybe I'll use Novigradian Justice after I play Bloody Good Friends. So if I do that, I'm gonna reach 9 coins, so I'm gonna hold on to using the extra leader charge here. Here comes the fruit token, and Weavis boost by 4. It means that the next crone will damage for 6, which is really threatening for me. I'm gonna play the Bloody Good Friends here, and I'll decide whether I want to play the Justice or not. And here comes again Kane, and all of a sudden, with only 3 cards, actually 4 cards, the opponent could produce 41 points. So there is no point for me to, you know, play the Justice here. I'm just gonna pass because I'm on red coin. So that's the beauty of it. I could do that. The opponent just played 2 gold cards, but those are kind of carryover cards, so it's not like committing too much. So everything is equal right now. Except that the opponent has the round control and he can push me. Okay, now we're taking a look at my mulligan choices. I mulliganed the obvious choice here. I need to take one more mulligan. As you see, I have 3 poison targets. I only need 2. And, okay, I mean, I drew Furco. No, I didn't. I'm taking it. Okay, I messed up here. Sorry, I'm taking a look at my deck. Okay, let's get back to the mulligan choices here and see what I have here. Okay, since I used Bloody Good Friends, my Justice is kinda, let's say, not bricked, but a risky choice. Well, the only crown splitter I have is Sausage Maker. So if the Sausage Maker gets killed or something like that, I can't play the Justice. So this is a risky situation for me, but I have the bank here. So in case something like that happens, I can always find Cleaver. So I'm gonna take one more mulligan and probably send Bloody Good Fun here, which is the worst card. I'm gonna keep the Jackal because that's a solid spender. And I get the Tunnel Drill, which is great. I don't have to look for it with bank. This is a pretty good hand to defend the bleed. Here comes Idren of Illuo. Well, Idren actually isn't as threatening as he used to be. because of the nerf to, you know, Caranthir. But still, this is a threat, and I have Horse on Junior. I can deal with it, or I can play Horse on Freak Show. They're both equally great, I guess. So I'm gonna go for Junior here. Maybe I can kill the fruits, following up the next turn. And besides, I mean, I don't want the Freak Show to get killed by a Crone, like immediately. Here comes a Mamuna for a big point swing here. All of a sudden, the opponent is at 24 points. So the next card he will play will, you know, put him at Sabbath, which is really great. Okay, as you see, I'm thinking about using Damnation here, because there are 2 power 2 targets. But I changed my mind here. Why? Because there is the threat of Garnicora. If the opponent plays Garnicora next, I mean, I can kill 3 units with that. And if I use my Damnation here, instead, you know, I'm going for the Sausage Maker. I can spend and get Resilience, but I don't need to do that because I may need some coins. So instead of using Damnation, I use Horse on Junior's ability and get rid of one of the fruits here. So instead of using Damnation, I decided to go this way. I mean, both would have worked really good, I guess, but I found it a little bit risky to, you know, use Damnation there. Here comes Bloody Mistress, and surprisingly, Fencer plays the Garnicora on range row. And as you see, there is no Sabbath because of that, and the Garnicora will not transform into... I mean, Bloody Mistress will not transform into Garnicora. This is a questionable call, obviously, but the opponent is playing around Damnation, I guess. Because after this, I mean, suppose Fencer played it on melee row, and 2 more fruits would have spawned, and then I'm gonna kill 3 fruits with Damnation and also get 3 tokens out of that, which would have been amazing for me. But instead, the opponent assumes that I have Damnation and plays around it. But I mean, it's a risky choice because, you know, it's super easy for me to kill Bloody Mistress right now. So, I don't know, I mean, which one is better. I think this one is better in the end. I can kill that Bloody Mistress with, you know, different options, but I think playing Freak Show, it makes sense here. I am gonna reach 6 coins, and it's not gonna be enough to kill her. I need to spend, as you see, 2 extra leader charges, but instead I'm gonna use one charge and use Freak Show. So I kind of saved 1 coin there with that play. I mean, these little, you know, adjustments and calculations mean a lot. Here comes the 3rd Crone to kill the Freak Show. So it was a good thing that I didn't play the Freak Show right away at the beginning of the round. Now I can play my Justice here. It's safe to play it, and it's also good that I didn't spend any coins on Sausage Maker, because as you see, coin is a big problem right now. I only have 6 coins to spend here, and not coin generators. This is a big problem for me. This big lady will keep getting bigger. I don't have poison, I don't have Philippa or neither coins to kill it, so I gotta reach, let's say, at least 6-7 coins so that I can use my drill to wipe out the board. And I'm behind like by 15 points, and it's actually more than 15 points because the piggy will get bigger by 2 every turn. So what should I do here? I need to, you know, get some coins. So how do I do that? If I play Witchfinder, the bounty will go on to the Mamuna, and putting bounty on Mamuna is a kind of a joke, because she's only 2 powered. So instead I'm gonna manually put a bounty, I guess, or let's see what I'm gonna do. I forgot what I did. Another option would be using bank here, but I think putting bounty is better. I prefer to go to this route because I can adjust the power. What I did there was like guaranteeing the bounty to go on Griffin. And Bloody Good Friends is a really good card here. So the Mamuna was boosted. I damaged Mamuna by 4 there. So she went to 8. Now the highest power on the board is Griffin. So the Witchfinder bounty goes on to the Griffin. So if I play a drill and have some coins, which I can by using my leader, I can kill the Griffin with only 6 coins and generate 9 coins in return. So that's the plan here. But Fencer has Caretaker to purify that bounty, which really sucks and is a big time play here, which puts me really in a awkward position. But the good thing about Caretaker, I mean, not good thing about, but bad thing about it is the Caretaker can't purify every turn. So there is this 2-turn cooldown on him. And now is a good time to actually play the Bounty Giver Kurt. If I do that 1 turn later, I'm gonna miss my opportunity. So playing Kurt on Griffins could be a choice here, or going for the bank is an alternative, because I'm gonna need a lot of coins. And as you see, since I have limited coins, my reach is really low. I cannot see every card in the deck, but I was actually looking for coin generation. So the maximum coin I can get is with this Fistak Trafficker, with poisoning my own unit. Now I'm at 8 coin, which is great. I can play my drill, reach 9 coins, and then kill a lot of stuff with that. And now Caretaker can't purify Griffin. The other line would be, you know, playing Kurt. Well, I mean, I had enough coins to, you know, kill Griffin. But I had to spend all of my bank there. So I think this was the better choice. And also keep in mind that Caretaker purified the Griffin, but Witchfinder automatically puts the bounty. Okay, now it's drill time. I am at full 9 coins and also 4 coins in the bank. I can kill the Griffin here, but I can kill the Griffin with only 6 coins, and if I do that, I'm gonna waste some coins. So you gotta be careful about how to spend it. As you see, there's only 3 power left, and I have 5 coins left, so I only need 2 coins. That's why I spent some of my coins on other units. And then I can hit the Griffin. I have 3 though, I need to have 4 coins here. And also another thing is the bounty. I mean the next bounty, where will it go to? So the highest power unit is the piggy there. And I can decrease the power of her, but it won't really matter, because, you know, there is the Caretaker on the board that can purify the bounty once again. But I have Kurt. But let's see what I'm doing here. Okay, now I have 9 coins once again. So how to spend these 9 plus 3, 12 coins efficiently? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep spending and get a sizable lead here, and also get rid of the Caretaker, although I had to spend a little bit extra. And spending 4 more coins to deal 6 damage. Now the opponent isn't at Sabbath. It's not gonna boost by here by itself, but the opponent has a perfect answer to that. So Fencer plays She Who Knows, and the bounty unfortunately went to Mamuna, and it's now 37 to 36. Well, I'm definitely gonna win the round, but the bad thing is She Who Knows will stay on the board, and there's nothing I can do to kill her, because there aren't, coin generation left. This was again a very good play. The opponent is well aware of my coin situation, because otherwise, I wouldn't have gone for the bank to just get some Fistek Trafficker or something like that. So I need to just, play Point Slam. And somehow, stay ahead of my opponent after the boost on Piggy. So the score is 37, but if the opponent passes, it will be 39. So unfortunately, Damnation will not play for a lot of value, only 6 and 1 from the leader, 7 value. And I also, hit She Who Knows, so that carryover will be 8, not 10. I could have spent one more coin there. That is a minor mistake, because, one coin will not be carried. This is again a great play, actually, playing that natural selection, because still Fencer will go up in points, and I need to play something, and Fencer could be thinking like the opponent will have to play one more gold, like maybe Cleaver. But fortunately, I have a bronze and let's say not so great gold card, but the bronze is actually more valuable here, because this pirate here could really get big. So the decision here, which is more valuable for me, I mean, Kurt's bounty is really great, but there's, I don't have, Graydon in my deck, so the bounty will be meaningless, and I just play Kurt as a 6-point card. Nothing to purify or anything like that. And it's enough for me to take the round and gain card advantage. Okay, so moving on to the third round. It's great that Mamuna does not exist anymore. So the opponent will not have a point slam, like insane point slam with Mamuna. So hopefully I can win the game by having one more card. Okay, here comes Flying Redanian. It's amazing that on the final round Flying Redanian was still in my deck. And I keep drawing it. And Fistek and all bronze cards. This is really a bad hand. So I sent away Redanian immediately. So then the next mulligan choice is crucial here. And I have really good options here. Normally, even Furco is really good here. And the best choice is obviously, Cleaver. Cleaver will definitely win me the game. And there is also a Helvete. Helvete is a lot of points as well, and also a Spender. And the worst choices are Dipin the Pontar, another Jackal, and a Bloody Good Fun. And let's see what am I gonna draw. And I'm not gonna send the other poison, because 2 poisons guaranteed kill, and there is an 8-point card on the board. And I have a Spender to spend the coins generated by Fistek, and I can play Jackal as the last card. So I smuggle, and what do I get? Another Jackal. And that's only a 4-point card. And let's see how Fencer drew. Unfortunately, we can't see his cards right now. But since I'm replaying this, I know what they are. He didn't draw particularly well either, but not as horrible as mine. Okay, so I poisoned, obviously, the Relic Lady. And complete the poison. I'm gonna overprofit by 1. I could have played Jackal first and then play it, but there's no... it was gonna be 10 coins. It was gonna be 11, so it doesn't matter if I play Jackal or not. So the next card is Natural Selection, Maxi. Those are really bad draws. And the opponent had to use natural selection on a flying Redanian when I have 9 coins. And well, discarding it and playing it is the same, I guess, so it's not a misplay or anything like that. I play Jackal and not click on it, obviously. I'm getting the ship out. Fencer could be thinking like, okay, the opponent is taking a big risk here, or you know, making a very, let's say, greedy play. But I mean, I have the other Jackal, so I can play it very freely here. Otherwise, you know, I would have spent all the way if I didn't have the second Jackal there. And the only answer to the Jackal remaining is luck. And there is the luck. Luck is 7 points for the opponent. It's 16, but it's enough for me to win the game. So the last Jackal plays for 14, and I win the game by 21 to 16. Well, the second round hand kinda won me the game. And if I was playing this game on blue coin, things would have been much different. But at the same time, I mean, I didn't draw my Cleaver or Helveet. Those are big cards. So despite that, I managed to win the game by a narrow margin. It was a good game after all. Fencer played extremely well as well. So good game. Now let's move to the other game. Okay, the next game I'm playing against Semi, who is also a very good player. And this time it's a typical imprisonment Nilfgaard spies list. The ones that most of the people play on letter. There is no, you know, surprise card here. The regular bribery, Vincent, and you know, so on. So I'm not gonna talk about the deck list. So let's just, you know, move to the game and see what happens. Okay, I kind of started recording late, but the opponent started with Mage Torture and probably having some difficulty with proactive plays because Mage Torture wasn't able to put spy status on anything. So I'm gonna use a worthless card here, and this token is not something you wanna, you know, put spy status on. Semi plays Imperial Diplomacy, so he has Mage Torture, which has Assimilate, and also it's actually this Fallen Knight would be valuable if the opponent spawns something. And the bad thing is here, I mean, I want to generate coins and then points obviously, and get Flying Redanian out, and there was no, you know, good poison target because 2 of the units have Veil, which kind of sucks for me. But you know, other than poisoning, I didn't want to, you know, use the Bloody Good Friends here. I don't want to give spying targets yet. That's the reason I poisoned the worthless unit there. Here comes Amnesty. That's kind of expected from a Nilfgaard player stealing their Flying Redanian. Well, although this is a good, you know, play, because, you know, there are no better targets, better 3 power targets. But I usually, you know, don't reach 9 coins in the following turn, so the main objective is thin out Redanian, but there are some, you know, times that Flying Redanian additional 3 points could be valuable, so I think this is a kind of standard play. You have to play Amnesty on Syndicate's Flying Redanian, which he does. So what to do here? All of a sudden I'm behind by 19 points. I'm at 9 coins. I don't want to generate coins, so that's why, I mean, I could kill. I initially thought about killing the lamp, but instead I want to save the last 2 poison for a bigger unit for the next round. And I think that was a pretty good choice because I think I use it. But let's see. Anyway, I played Jackal, and I don't want Jackal to die to a tourney joust. The opponent does have double tourney jousts in the list. Or 2.
No good wine will come from here. Not even
Anyway, the Blightmaker comes out. So at least we got rid of one of them. 32 points in 4 cards. Similar to the previous game, I'm playing on red coin, on Syndicate, so that's really fine for me. You know, I can just play crappy cards and then defend the bleed. But well, compared to monsters though, this is kind of different because this Nilfgaard deck is really good on long rounds. But at the same time, you know, if the opponent draws bad and if he can't stop the drill, that could cost him the game. So while playing Nilfgaard, you usually want to bleed your opponent, but while bleeding the opponent, you don't want to fall behind and lose your card advantage. So I expect a bleed here, and we'll see if that will happen. Okay, let's take a look at our mulligan choices. This looks like a pretty good hand. And my first mulligan choice is obviously one of the Bloody Good Friends. As you see, I draw Furco here. This hand is not bad, actually. But I'm getting rid of the other Bloody Good Friends as well to get a gold card or something instead. But I get the Justice, which isn't great, because I was planning to play Justice with Furco. Now I need to put a Crown Splitter on board before playing Furco. But the good thing is I have the Sausage Maker here, so I can play Sausage Maker and then play Justice. Okay, let's see what will happen. My first play will probably be, you know, Smuggle. But depending on what my opponent play, maybe I could go for Horson. Semi is taking his time, rightfully. And here comes the play. The opponent can play 2 cards before the risk of losing card advantage. This is an odd choice, and I'm not sure what the selections were, but you usually don't want to select Mage Assassin with Vigo. And this list does have 4, you know, selections: Mage Assassin, Blight Maker, and then the other 2 spies. Oh, actually it's 5, I'm sorry. And the 5th option is Mage Torture. So the selections were bad, I guess, but maybe it could be like Blight Maker, Mage Assassin, and maybe the Infiltrator. No, the Duchess Informant. So maybe they were the selections. But still, you would want to put a Blight Maker, right? I don't know. Anyway, this was a pretty low roll for the opponent, definitely. So this plays only for 4. Okay, actually this is a very good opportunity for Furco to kill Arturius Vigo there. I play Dip in the Bontar. I mean, the opponent, I don't think the Semi will kill Furco here. Even if he kills him, well, I have the follow-up Crowd Splitter, which is the Sausage Maker. I think this was a good play by me. I'm definitely happy with my selection here. I mean, Arturius Vigo could have been really big. Bad thing about this, if the opponent passes like or something like that, I could struggle playing Justice in the final round. But still, I have the Sausage Maker. So if the opponent passes, I can play Sausage Maker and then give Resilience to it, and then play the Justice next to it the next turn.
The shame I had.
Okay, here comes Emissary. And Emissary puts the Mage Assassin at 9 coins. Now I'm gonna play my Justice, even though my opponent is at 7 cards. Winning is important. That's the reason I'm doing it. I'm not doing it for the point slam. This is kind of like you should pass, dude. Because, you know, I'm up by 6 points. The next card Semi will play is gonna put him in danger of losing his card advantage. But if he has a solid hand like, you know, Joachim and, you know, and then, you know, playing Kuan Joachim, that's gonna generate a lot of points. Here comes Duchess Informant. So the hand has lots of bronze units, I guess. And playing spies just like that isn't a very good idea, and this selection wasn't really good actually. I mean, there are 3 crown splitters on the melee row. He just plays these spies in the range row. I mean, you should definitely play them in between the crown splitters. Now I can play more freely because I'm up by 1, so hopefully I will regain card advantage. I'm gonna play Witchfinder, and similar to the previous round, I'm kinda trying to decrease the power of Mage Assassin. Now the highest power unit on the board is Bloody Good Friends. So if I play Witchfinder, she's gonna put bounty on Bloody Good Friends. So the opponent could play Joachim to prevent that, but maybe he doesn't. Instead he plays a defensive tourney joust, so that the assassin is the highest unit on the board. So right now there is a bounty race. But I mean, I have Bloody Good Friends. Maybe he could have lucked Bloody Good Friends and done that. But I mean, the opponent has only 2 charges on that luck, so they are really valuable. So you don't want to waste one of the charges on that. I do the same thing. I had 9 coins, that's no problem at all. Now I have 4 coins. What do I do here? Do I play Witchfinder? I think playing Witchfinder is an option, or maybe go for Sausage Maker. But I kinda want to save Sausage Maker and go for Witchfinder to put a guaranteed bounty on Bloody Good Friends. But I'm having second thoughts about it, and then decide to play Sausage Maker and spend some more. I do this on purpose, you know, to get the 4 coins, so that I don't over profit by when the next card I play. I don't want to put resilience on the Sausage Maker, so the opponent is really behind in points, so Semi decided to pass. But maybe he should have kept going, maybe trading bronzes with golds, but I don't know the rest of his hand, so I cannot comment on that. But it's a good thing that I saved my Witchfinder. Now let's take a look at the remaining cards. Well, Damnation won't be really useful here, because the opponent played one of the Blight Makers, so I do not expect 2 powered units. But just in case, I could always use Bank to get a hold of it. There's also a Freak Show in the deck, so the Bank will definitely target one of them. So how do I start with here? 2 coins only. 2 coins, I cannot play Cleaver. I have to spend from the bank instead. I play Helvete and I only spent once. I'm at 4 coins. So there's the first luck. I was kinda expecting coup de grace here, and that coup de grace would be really great here. I don't know why my opponent didn't do that. Saving for better target, I guess. Here comes the other Blight Maker. And there I get the information that Semi bricked this Mage Assassin. So one of the cards is Mage Assassin. Good news for me. So Blight Maker for only 4 points. Hallelujah. Now actually, there are some targets on the board. I don't need to rush Cleaver here. And go for Witchfinder. Again, I was, you know, undecided about playing Kurt first, and then kill it, and then Witchfinder. But here comes the second luck, and now the opponent will have struggled to find answers for Drill and Cleaver. Here comes Per card.
They will dance to our beat,
and bribery.
sing to our tune.
It's great for me. There are no simulate units on the board when this is happening. If on a great roll with bribery, Horse on Junior will hit for 6, get additional coins, and with those coins, it can kill a... well, I mean, I could have purified that, so I think it's a good call, but he didn't have 3 coins, so he had to damage himself by 3 to kill Helvete. I'm not sure about that play. So I go for bank here, and Freak Show is Freak Show and Damnation. I mean, Damnation would have been good here, but they are both really at the bottom of the deck. So since there was bounty on the board, I just ate everything up, and even killed for a card because I don't want additional spy tagging thingy. Now the board is clear. The opponent is struggling to put some assimilate engines on the board, so that's the whole plan here. And I still have the solid last 2 cards.
Let us finish this.
Okay, as soon as my opponent plays Joachim, I prepare my fist deck, but I'm frustrated by the unit that came out of the deck. I cannot poison Mage Torture. It sucks. So what do I play here? I mean, one of the lines that I'm thinking about is playing Kurt on Range Row to purify Mage Torture. But that is kind of a waste. I mean, I could always put some bounty on a unit. Even 3-4 powered units is kind of good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna play Horse on Junior for 10 points.
Slow, ain't ya?
And hope for the best. Okay, 5 cards left. One of them is Mage Torture. We know that already. You could play that right now, actually. So that you won't give any good targets. Instead, we're getting Vincent. Vincent played for only 7, but yeah, you know, he killed an important engine there. Well, 3 points bounty is a 3-point bounty, I guess. So I'm gonna play Kurt and put bounty on Vincent.
To the fires, Wyndham! To the fire!
And then kill Vincent with Freak Show. Not Freak Show, but the Junior himself. That looks like a solid line, but I'm still, as you see, thinking about other considerations, but decided that it is the best line that I can get. And there is no need to actually kill it right away. Because in order to do that, I have to spend some bank from the bank, even though I will get my money back. Thinking maybe I can kill it with drill. Because with drill, I need to spend only 2 coins. Okay, here is the bricked Mage Assassin. Now I have to play either Poison and or Cleaver. I'm not sure if you guys have noticed, but there is a reason I was stacking the range row. I'm kind of trying to, you know, prevent Nilfgaard units to come and, you know, ruin everything. But I couldn't clog it nearly enough there no. Because the opponent kind of wasted his spying units in the previous turn. So if I clogged the range row with 9 units, the opponent will not be able to put units on the board. Here comes Invocation. So 2 cards left. I'm up by 12 points. There's only one Assimilate Agent. Things are looking really good for me. One thing bad is I don't have any poison targets. That chunky Mage Torture really ruined my day here. I mean, I could poison the Vincent, but I think I'm gonna go for drill here. There is no luck. I mean, I don't think he can kill very easily. So let's get the 3 coins from the bounty and then spend the rest of the money. And then at 3 more and damage torture, mage torture. I could spend the other 3. I'm not sure mage torture will get bigger. Instead I go for that. It was basically the same choice, but I wanted to waste and spend all of my money. Because if something happens to drill, I don't have a spender. But it looks like drill will survive. Here comes coup de grace Joachim. And finally a poison target. I poison the cleaver. Gets 5 more coins, and with those 5 coins I could do some more damage on Mage Torture, but not kill her entirely. But it looks like this is a win, because I have the poison follow-up. Even if I don't have it, there's, you know, enough deficit. So the last card is the best card of this deck, Arthur Terranova, and Witchfinder is a pretty great choice. So it's a 14 plus 1, 15 point play, but I have the poison follow up and kill the cleaver and win the game. So to summarize this game, second round bleed by my opponent wasn't successful, but he had to do it. But I don't think he had the hand to do it, or maybe made some wrong decisions with sequencing. As I said, I don't know the hand, the second round hand, so it's hard to tell. Maybe he should have passed at 7 cards and then go for the long round and clog my crown splitter, you know, units. But I always suggest syndicate players to not use the Witchfinder's additional coins. Those coins are really valuable for you. So if you want to play a crown splitter, you can use your coins and then play it. That's really valuable against Nilfgaard. So Witchfinder isn't just there to put bounties, so she has multiple purposes. Okay, so hopefully you like this analysis video, and hopefully this will help you in the future with some of the decisions you make. And I hope you liked the video, and if you did like it, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, it would really help me if you subscribed. And also making comments below really helps with the YouTube visibility. And thanks for all the support, and see you next time on a Duello video.